会有畏惧感，对，他们觉得很懵我们处置也方便，这样才能
Winston and I are often never surprised really by Chinese propaganda. It's what we do for a living. We'll watch it. We make sure we know how to explain it to everyone out there. And we use our decade plus experience in China to give us a lens to look at things through, right? But there is very rarely a time where a clip will come up or someone will send something to us and we are just shocked at the sheer audacity and idiocy and insanity and hypocrisy of how low the Chinese government can go.
Yeah.
To the point where they are now employing fabric shields to hide what people are protesting about.
To hide protesters.
Whether it be a blank piece of paper.
Yeah, they're actually using a blank A4 protester as an example here.
And to make sure that nobody can see the protesters and to make sure that nobody can see what they're protesting about on their placards or billboards.
Yeah.
I kid you not. This is a drill on how to physically censor and physically shield a person and then arrest them.
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
Because, I mean, this is a police drill. Okay, I'll get us out of here. And they have these screens, for lack of a better word. Fabric screens.
Guys like protesting. We want freedom. Down with the CCP.
Yeah. Quick, cover them up. Yeah, cover them out. Don't let anyone see.
It's insane.
It's so dumb. They're like, quickly, cover them up more. And this is you may have more, like quite a few. Don't let anyone see the protest.
Don't look at what's going on behind here. You might see a blank piece of paper.
Yeah.
Abracadabra. Da-da-da-da.
And
Ta-da!
there he is.
He's arrested. It's almost like a freaking like a dance troupe or something.
Yeah, it's like a magic show. You know, like a disappearing act.
Surprise, you're arrested.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, here's the thing. So I posted that on Twitter yesterday, and it went around the internet a lot yesterday, actually.
Yeah, I put it on Instagram. People were going wild about it.
And I had a lot of the Wu Mao and the 50 Cent Army saying, oh, yeah, that's just a police training exercise.
So what?
Yeah.
What are you training for?
An exercise for what, exactly, right?
To hide a person with a paper.
To appease those people who think it was just an exercise, here's it actually being employed in a real situation.
Yeah,
okay?
It was funny because they came to defend it, saying it's just a drill. It might not be used, and they immediately started using it.
Look at this. Yeah, you can actually see a protest is being blocked.
Protest in Nanjing.
Yeah, and then look, there we go. Carrie.
After they got her, so they basically they covered her up with a sheet.
Yeah.
The screen, right? And then they grabbed her and took her away. See how many police vans they have to cart protesters away?
How many policemen are there? And look, they're just blocking off the entire protest so people can't see and join in or, actually...
These are current protests.
Yeah. That's the thing. They don't want the protest to spread, so they hide it. How many policemen do they need for, that little protest? It's
People
crazy.
are so deluded into... That's why I did that video, what happened after the protest, thinking that these protests are successful and people get their demands.
Nope.
They are literally so paranoid about them, they're covering up with sheets.
Yeah.
like sheets.
It's like, nothing to see here.
It's great. Play the original drill, just so people can remember. Cement this in your mind when you ever question, is China a real place?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's all about censorship. The government will literally put a sheet up to hide something they don't want you to see. It's ridiculous. They're so proud of this as well.
I mean, it's so bad. It's so shameful.
It's bloody lame is what it is.
It's the lamest, most embarrassing, wimpy bullshit thing.
Yeah.
A strong country doesn't need to put sheets up over its protesters. A strong country will listen to the demands of the protesters and try to make concessions and reform. That's what a strong country does.
At least bring out a water cannon.
Do something.
Yeah.
Right? Hide them so you can disappear them, and then don't let people see what their placard says.
Yeah.
That's more important to them. Yeah. It's insane. It's like a freaking cheer squad, but
it's dumb.
Covering it up.
Speaking of protests, we haven't covered this, but let me fast forward through this. You guys have seen the use of those screens, those censorship screens now in real life. So it's not just some fantasy. It actually, they do employ them. Okay, you saw it here. Okay, if if you want to go check on my Twitter, I normally share these things out, and I try to always include the original links where I get them from, so you guys can go find out who, where the sources are, so you can go follow them too. But this is something that our subscribers sent to us.
Yeah,
this
footage.
footage.
Our people on the ground.
So this is in Dalian, right?
Yep.
Okay. So maybe you don't know this, but there are huge protests going around China right now.
Massive.
And it's all got to do with pension healthcare stuff.
Yeah.
So, you work and you put your money into your healthcare, and it's supposed to pay you out a certain amount every month, okay? And the government just seems to have decided to slash that amount drastically.
Yep.
Not by half, by like 2/3 or something, right? Mm-hmm.
It's a huge cut.
Whatever the case is, old people, middle-aged and old people that were relying on this are now pissed off.
Local governments are going bankrupt.
Yeah.
And they can't pay the old people.
Yeah, so it's happening all around the country. It's not just in one city this time, okay? We've seen it in Wuhan.
Huge ones in Wuhan, in Nanjing right now, and massive one just started blowing up in Dalian. So some people went into the protests for us to take.
Yeah. So, this is just a lot of, like I said, these old people that are gathering together and they're chanting and they're demanding that their health care basically gets given back, their money that they're owed.
That's right. And it's spreading like crazy because it's not isolated. A bunch of these cities are defaulting on these pensions.
Yeah.
So the protests are just every day snowballing.
Yeah, it's happening. It's been going on now for about 2 or 3 weeks as well.
That is why you're seeing those drills to hide the protest, the magic trick.
You're gonna need a lot of cloth to cover this one.
There's gonna be massive fan art videos about what's behind the curtains, like a magic trick for sure.
Yeah.
Such a Soviet-ass building.
All the Chinese government buildings look awful.
Yeah. Anyway, just some footage from people on the ground there. But yeah, anyway, the protests are spiraling out of control again, and we'll see where this leads because the last one led to questioning of the central government.
Yeah.
And sometimes we originally thought that wasn't possible, but it got so much momentum in Shanghai that actually happened.
Yeah, because this is not isolated,
No.
Word is spreading somewhat when it comes to these things.
会有位置感，不知道放崩了。我们厨子也放那，让
这个可以随意变换任何图形。
哎，对，别人也是个正转吃饭还看也会紧张。我们那个如果有车辆的话。